is the age of the multidimensional self.
Hello, Pendulum Pilgrims. It's Planet Frog here, and this is Kelly, the Princess of Pendulums. And Kelly's going to be talking to you a little bit today about using pendulums as a therapeutic means. Is that
a tool?
A tool,
Yeah.
a therapeutic tool. So I'll buzz off in a moment and leave her to it, and I'll see you maybe at the end of the video. Okay, bye.
Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about therapeutic healing and what that means when you're working with a pendulum. Some of you all know I've been a therapist for almost 30 years now. I'm trained in hypnotherapy, NLP, EFT, coaching, and all sorts of other things. I'm also a trainer in EFT and various energy modalities. And so in my years of experience, the way I've chosen to work with a pendulum is very similar to some of the other ways I might work. But the difference when you're working therapeutically and you're using charts is you can actually find out the right energies to release for yourself or for a client if you're working with clients. By using a series of charts, you can come up with a really wonderful protocol, and you're looking to clear the root causes of whatever the issue is that they're presenting with or you're presenting with. And, you know, in today's world, we're all dealing with all sorts of things. We're dealing with external stress, which could be, you know, information that you're getting from the media or something like that. It could be something in your environment that's having an effect on your stress levels and then causing physical symptoms. There's so many different aspects to this. And I'm very much a person who's always looked for root causes. That was my first training in hypnotherapy, was not just about suggestion therapy, which is when you make positive statements to someone when they're in a trance state. It was actually going in deep and looking what has caused this in the first place. And a lot of that will come from childhood conditioning, things that we learnt at school, caregivers, parents, friends that were close to the family. And then there's also other stuff that's added into that as you've got older. You might have had something like a big car accident or something that's really given you a lot of anxiety, worry and fear about driving. But we're always going to look for the root causes. And then when we do that, what we're doing is we're looking for what lies underneath the physical symptoms that someone's currently experiencing. So if in the case of a car accident, they're experiencing a high level of anxiety and maybe even some intrusive thoughts when they know they've got to drive somewhere, we're going to look on the charts and we're going to use a chart, for example, called Energies to Release. We're also going to use a trigger energy chart. We might use the Energies to Release chart twice. So we might find the first layer of Energies to Release, also look for the trigger, and then go back and look for energies underneath the trigger as well. And it's a very robust way of working with people. I generally can clear things for people in just one session. Sometimes they might come in for a couple more because there's other work we can do surrounding that, but we can get rid of most of the symptoms when we look for root causes. So there's a difference in therapeutic healing with a pendulum and, for instance, just making statements. So with statements, what that generally means for people is they're going to make a pendulum command, I should say, rather than a statement. So they might say, release all worry, stress, and intrusive thoughts from this person, from myself or whoever you're working on. And that's very, it's all very well, and it probably will help a little bit, to be honest. but it's not digging down to find out what really is underneath this. Because if you go back to the childhood conditioning, there'll probably be stuff there as well that's been triggered. So that's a short sort of explanation of what therapeutic healing is, rather than just making commands, or even, some people who use the pendulum, they may only be using it to get yes or no answers. Again, there's something in that, because you can ask questions to find out whether it's this or whether it's that. But it could take quite a long time to sort of really find out what it is, because you're just sort of guessing. You might know some of it, but you might not know all of it, because when we're looking for what's underneath something, often that is in our unconscious mind, so we're not always conscious of it. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here because I don't want this video to be too long. We are going to be doing an introduction to therapeutic healing, which is going to be more about what we're covering in the first bit of our course, so that people can see that, and Frog will tell you about that shortly. But thank you for listening, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kelly. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and found that interesting. And the great thing is, of course, we've got some training coming up, some in June, which is a sort of a beginner's course, and then an advanced course in July. And you can find out even more about using a pendulum in a therapeutic mode or fashion. So do check out our website along here. And we'd love to hear from you. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it's on the courses and events page, and it's a 2-day training. The first one is on working on yourself, friends and family, and part 2, which is in July, is more of an advanced training. It's for people who are already working in some sort of healing modality and would like to introduce therapeutic pendulum work with their clients.
Lovely. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and thank you for existing. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.